Let's ask Ben Jonson, a Shakespearean contemporary, about his thoughts on the great bard.
Well, Willie was a great lad. He had good banter when he was with the Lord Chamberlain's men. He was not just for our age, but for all time.
Let's ask T.S. Eliot on his views.
The modern world is divided into two, Dante and William Shakespeare.
Let's ask Van Gogh.
His language and form are like brushes, trembling with excitement and ecstasy.
Speaking of language and form, let's go to Professor Owolade on a crackdown on Shakespearean verse.
Hey kids, it's Professor Olade, and I'm going to teach you about some Shakespeare today. Shakespeare wrote in what's called iambic pentameter, which is 10 lines of 5 syllables and 5 other syllables. The first 5 syllables are unstressed, then they become stressed. This is iambic pentameter, kids. And this is blank verse. Did you get that right? Yeah, that's right, kids. Blank verse is used in naturalistic speak. Naturalistic? Naturalistic. Yeah, that's right. Naturalistic speech. But I have a secret to tell you. Not everyone likes Shakespeare. Yeah, that's true. Not everyone. George Bernard Shaw said all those people who liked Shakespeare were afflicted with something of a mental disease called bidolatry. I'm back. Now, time to Marlowe. You know, Marlowe was a great lad. He died so young. But what he did right was absolutely magnificent. He wrote works such as Edward II, published in 1591. He also wrote The Tragical History of Dr. Faustus, which is about some young innocent man making a pact with the devil. The devil, you say? I am devilish, aren't I? Devilish in the answer. Now, I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only. Marlowe could, I'll say this again, Marlowe could have been superior to Shakespeare if only he lived the same amount of years.
Anthony Burgess also agreed with Professor Owolade.
You know, it could be argued that if Marlowe lived the same amount of life, he could have been superior to Shakespeare.
Look who's back. Back again. Look who's back. Look who's back. Hey kids! I have something to tell you very importantly. About the context. Did you know that Elizabethan England was a patriarchal society? Patriarchal, you say? Well, of course. How could it be patriarchal when its monarch didn't have a willy? And people without willies were considered subordinate to people with willies. And speaking of willies, did you know William Shakespeare presented this patriarchal society through his works, such as A Midsummer Night's Dream? And if you adhere to a feminist interpretation, this could be considered quite dangerous. I have to go now, kids. Police time, or something else. Au revoir!